Hey yo, what is up guys? This is Hempzz.
And Chris Entry.
We're doing a little series called Story Time.
Yep, so as we left off last time, we were talking about two very interesting people who walked into our daycare. And so pretty much, not being racist or anything here, but it was two African-American girls. And they walked in and, they were a little rowdy, they were a little loud at first, and, they were kids. We were like, okay. But one of them looked kind of older than the other one, like, by a lot. They looked like they were in high school as well. But we started talking to them, and apparently she was only in 5th grade. But before
and 10 years old.
Yeah. So, but before anything, any of that happened, she goes ahead and grabs a yoga ball, and she gets that yoga ball, sits down on it, gets in the corner, starts bouncing up and down on it, and she's a very developed girl for her age, and she's jumping up and down, and she's moaning, while jumping on this freaking yoga ball.
So, Cassandra, do you want to do a demonstration of what she was sounding like?
Alright, so she was bouncing around, and she's like, and she was had everything.
She was like really into it.
And we looked at her, and I'm telling, my friend here, Hempzz, I'm telling him, record this, and he whips out his iPod to try and record her, and she stares at us like we're, some type of drug dealer or something, and she completely stops, and we're like, oh crap, and then she just looks the other way and does a couple more bounces, and then completely stops, and then goes all like Militia on us, and she's like, like she sounds like those freaking people in Black Ops when they were loading. They're like the hala mahala, and she's just like, I don't know what she was saying. She was talking to her little sister. I think
they're speaking 4 different languages. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
And then they decided, okay, let's just grab a tennis ball. They were away, like in this closet or something.
No, okay, like so we were in this like basement thing, just like looking at all the kids, make sure they're like playing right, and then she grabbed like before before they got the tennis balls. She kicked the yoga ball, and there's these 2 little Mexican girls playing air hockey, and the yoga ball bounces off the wall, hits her straight in the head. Her face just fucking just hits the hockey table, and it was the funniest shit ever because it looked like she couldn't control her head, cause she was like, she got hit and like all the force just went pow. It was just so hilarious, and like too bad Cassandra didn't see it. Like it was that made my whole night there, and it was just hilarious. So just go on with the tennis balls.
So yeah, so she decides, I want to get a tennis ball. And so she gets a racket as well and hits this as hard as she can, and it gets up on this one part where, students aren't supposed to go. And she's like talking to her sister, she's like, "Tahala mahala" again. And she opens this door where she's not allowed to go. It clearly says employees only. And, Hempzz and I aren't even going to go up there ourselves. And she opens that thing and starts climbing up there like it's her it's her backyard or something. And she gets up there, and we're like, hey, you can't be up there. Get down. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. And it's like, okay, get down right now. And so she gets down, and then, but she hadn't actually gotten on that platform. And then she tells us to get up there about 10 minutes later, and she's like, 75 kilograms. I'm like, 75 what are you talking about? She's like, wait, no, that's not what it says. She points out it's like 75 SMF or something like that. And we're like, trying to guess what it means. And we don't even know. And she's freaking out that it means 75 pounds. And then she tells her little sister to go up there. She's like, I'm not doing it. You risk your freaking life. Get up there right now. Get that stupid tennis ball. And so she goes up there. And I'm like, you know what? This isn't safe. Get down. And I go up there. I got a tennis ball. And then her freaking little sister dumps the crate of tennis balls and starts chucking them up there like it's some funny Pac-Man game, like I'm the Pac-Man, I have to eat all these tennis balls. And so what's going on is that she's throwing them all up there, and I'm having to throw them back, and it's a game for her. She keeps throwing them back up. I'm like, what the heck are you doing? And then I get down, I'm just like, what, forget it. And she keeps throwing them up, and then, the older one, the developed Militia girl goes up there, and she's like freaking out when she gets up there, and she's like, oh, this is cool. But then when she's trying to get down the ladder, she decides to have a heart attack, and like freaking
It was like she was in math class trying to figure out like the hardest equation just to get down a fucking ladder.
Yeah, it wasn't even the tallest ladder in the world. It was probably like 6 pegs up. It wasn't high at all. You could jump down if anything. And she's like freaking out. She pretty much got paralyzed up there, and she's like, "How do I get down? How do I get down?" And we're telling her, you know, just do it the way you got up there. Turn around and walk down there. And she's like facing us on the top of the ladder. She's facing us and trying to get down with her heels hitting the making contact with the pegs. And we're like, "What are you doing? You're gonna fall." And she's like, "I'm gonna fall." And we're like, "What the heck? Calm down, calm down." And so she was just flipping out. It was just crazy.
Yeah, and then after that, they had these if you guys, I don't know if you guys play pickleball at your school, but there's like these like hard ass fucking ping pong rackets with tennis ball, and you hit them. And so I hit one like hella hard against the wall, and it hits the little militia girl, and she just starts laughing. I'm like, dude, you just got like fucking pegged in the face, and you're gonna start laughing. She was probably like mental in her head somewhere, but I don't know. And then after we went to Popeyes.
Yep.
And
Popeyes was good. It was definitely worth it.
And as soon as we walk in, I saw this picture, and I don't know if it was just me, but I think the picture had a little racism in it, because there was this black girl holding chicken. There's two photos. One was the black girl. Both of them were black, and the top one said, "Are you feeling spicy?" And then the bottom one is, "Or are you feeling mild?" Like, I don't know. I took a picture of it, and somehow there's this white cashier behind the picture.
And keep in mind that everyone in the line, there was like 4 people, were all black.
Yeah, everyone was black there, besides me, my friend, and his mom. Like, we were like, and his mom's friend. Like, we were all Mexican, and then fucking just black people everywhere and a white cashier. Like, it was the funniest shit you would ever experience in your life.
Now, we're not trying to be racist here or anything, but it was funny, you know? We found it entertaining. It was a great night.
It was good. So, if you like this video, just give it a like. Subscribe if you want more videos similar like this. Alright, peace.